Hello friends, welcome back. My name is Dr. Vijay Bhatia. I work in the mental health. Today I'm going to talk about schizotypal disorder. What is schizotypal disorder? In order to fulfill the criteria for schizotypal disorder, the subject must have manifested either continuously or repeatedly over a period of at least 2 years at least 4 of the following. Number 1. Affect. Inappropriate or constricted affect. Affect is the mood. The subjective feeling of mood is either low mood or high mood, and the person who is observing that is looking at their mood and name the word affect. So we see that the person's mood is not right. Either it is too constricted, the patient is not reactive, we believe that this person must be happy in the situation, but they are in fact not happy, it is very restricted or even inappropriate. For example, if a person hears sad news, he is behaving as happy, that will be inappropriate affect. If the person lost something, you expect them to be sad, but they are not. And constricted means that there is a lot of limitation, even if the affect is congruent on the same side as it should be, but it is still very much restricted, constricted. Patient is not able to express their affect or their mood the way they should be. And normally the person will look cold, aloof. When we say cold, it is not like physical temperature. It means that they are not bothered. They don't care. They are, leave me alone. I am what I am, and I am over the top of the world, and I cannot be touched. Whatever I believe, I am. And their affect is very poor. They are not showing any interest in others or events or other things, and they are just in their own world, having their own uh, 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 within their self. I don't know whether to use the word they're content in themselves, but that is the way they are. They are very restricted, inappropriate sometimes. Um, so that is the first symptom. Out of all the 9 symptoms, at least 4 must be present, and they must be present persistently. It's not only one day the person is behaving like that. That is their habit, that is their nature, from which you can identify, oh, this person is always behaving like this. He will laugh when there is sad news and stuff like that. And number 2, behavior. The behavior is odd in schizotypal disorder. Odd means that sounds odd to us, which doesn't sound right. If the person is supposed to be sitting, he is standing. If this person is supposed to be looking at you and they are not looking, if they are not supposed to be looking at you, they are staring at you. It is simply an odd within the norm, within the culture, within the environment. That person is looking odd, and even their appearance, they might be dressed differently, their hairstyle, color, or their appearance, their tattoos. It simply does not fit into that norm of that society or culture. So the person just looks odd or different. It may be appropriate in their own culture, but the culture they are in, it doesn't seem to be right. They are eccentric. That means their behavior can be eccentric, that they are running when they're supposed to be sitting. They are saying something when they shouldn't be saying, and it is just doesn't sound right, doesn't sound centric. It sounds to be slightly out of the norm, even their appearance, even their behavior, and they in a way are peculiar. That means you can identify, oh, this is the person, that's his name, and from just appearance and their behavior, because it's so odd, so different, and it is in fact so eccentric within the norm. When we talk about this oddness, let's say somebody is having tattoo, but a lot of people in that society has tattoos, that will be normal then. It's not a different or odd, but it has to be completely different in their appearance and behavior to qualify for the schizotypal disorder. And these symptoms again must be persistent for at least 1 to 2 years, minimum 2 years, on and off, either continuously or as repeatedly. Number 3, they cannot form the relationship with others. Even if they form, they can't build the rapport, they don't build the trust. You don't know what they are thinking, what they will be doing. They have very poor rapport with others, and their relationship thus suffers with others, and there is a tendency for them to just go into social withdrawal. They like their own company, sit themselves alone, talk to themselves, or do whatever they want, play things, or have their own activities on their own rather than in a group or with other people. They would normally avoid going to any social gathering, any public places, any towns or high streets. So they tend to isolate themselves socially from the other people. Don't have many close friends either. Number 4, their thoughts. From the previous ones we looked at, their behavior is odd. Now even their thoughts, they are odd. They are different. They do not fit into the society or their family or their culture or their norms. They have some type of magical thinking that they can talk to the moon, they can control the weather, they have some kind of magical thinking. They can influence all the other people in one single act or something. So they have something odd, something different, something magical, which is not likely to happen, and even if it happens, it will be complete magic and influencing behavior. And so their thoughts, as if sometimes they are influenced by others in their behavior, in their appearance, in their thinking processes, and can be inconsistent with the subcultural norms. So that is the main word. They do not fit into the same culture, subculture, or the society or the town. They are very, very different in their thinking. Number 5, they mostly are very suspicious and do not trust anybody. They can even develop paranoid ideas, starting believing that they might be attacked because of their appearance, because of their thinking. They are always on their tiptoes, on the idea that anybody can do harm to them because of their thinking, because they are different. And it's not uncommon that sometimes these people are being looked at, laughed at, and made comments upon. So all these things will be much more prevalent, but the person themselves, rather than not caring for the others, they do look others with suspicion, and they do look with paranoid ideas that they will be commented upon, they will be talked about, they will be sometimes challenged or even hate. Number 6, ruminations. Ruminations are in their mind, they keep on thinking one idea again and again, either about their self or about somebody else, and there doesn't seem to be any resistance to that, and that they keep on thinking again and again about these ideas, and there is no resistance. Often with dysmorphophobic, now this is a big word, this means something not normal, something is distorted, something is different. Morph means the body, and phobic means not liking. So they don't like certain aspects of their body, either their face or their nose or their fingers or their height or some part of their body or color or the hair. They don't like, and they keep on ruminating about these ideas, these things, they keep on coming into their mind, and they, without any resistance, but they seems to be preoccupied by something wrong with their face, with something in their body, even structure, even shape, even their identity. They don't like themselves the way they are in their physique, in the physical, and that this can involve with a sexual thing. They don't like what sex they belong to. They sometimes hate. They sometimes keep on thinking about their sexual organs. They are too small, too big, or they are irritating. They are not good. They shouldn't be there. So they are ruminating them a lot of the time. And similarly, there will be other people who keep on ruminating about aggression, aggressive content. They may not harm anybody, but they keep on thinking about, oh, I want to hit that, I want to hurt that, I don't like him, I don't do this. So they have quite aggressive content and ruminate about these, and they don't have enough inner resistance about that. Here I've tried to explain this dysmorphophobia. This is a preoccupation. That means you are preoccupied by these thoughts with a slight or imagined defect. So there is some slight or even imagine, you think your nose is too big, in appearance that causes significant distress or impairment in social, occupational, or other areas of functioning. You keep on comparing your body image disturbances with other people. Preoccupations with appearance or self-image causing significant distress or impairment in important areas of functioning. Number 7. Perceptions. They have unusual perceptual experiences, including somatosensory bodily. They feel something on the body when nothing is there. They feel or they see the pain or other things, and it is just their experiences. Nothing may be present, or there is some slight abnormality, but they exaggerate it. And there will be other delusions. They see something and it looks different, and they might say that under the skin there is something there. Then they can have depersonalization and derealization. I will explain this in more detail in my next slide. Depersonalization and derealization. This is in fact a disorder in the ICD-10 and DSM, a rare disorder in which the patient complains spontaneously that his or her mental activity, body, and surroundings are changed in their quality so as to be unreal, remote, or automatized. They simply believe that this is outside doesn't seem to be real anymore. Everything is changed, everything is different. This is not real place. Among the varied phenomena of the syndrome, patients complain most frequently of loss of emotions. So they feel that I can't feel anything. I don't know where I am. This is not real. This is not the way it should be. And feelings of estrangement. They feel different, detached, as if they are not attached to this. There is a feeling of detachment from their thinking, their body, or the real world. That's why the word depersonalization, you as a person are different from the surroundings, because before you could be fully aware that this is your world where you're living. Now you feel it is completely different world. In spite of the dramatic nature of the experience, the patient is aware of the unreality of the change. So even though the person is fully aware that unreality of the change, that they know that there is no real change, but they feel that this is not the real world. The sensorium is normal. That means all their senses are working individually fine. Their hearing, their eyesight is fine. And they have the capacity for emotional expression and that remains intact. Depersonalization, derealization, these symptoms can occur in a number of other mental disorders, including schizophrenic, depression, phobic disorders, obsessive compulsive disorders. So this is not only a part in the depersonalization, derealization symptom of the schizotypal disorder. This can occur in other areas as well. Speech, that's number 8. Speech can be vague. It can be circumstantial. Circumstantial means that you ask one question, they will keep on going around and around but will not reach the target and answer the question that you asked. Let's say we asked them, where did you go yesterday? Oh, I went to there, then I met my friend, I saw another person, I saw another person, I bought something, but they will never answer where they've been, to which town or which shop or which place. So they keep on going in circles and metaphorical, and they keep on talking about other things. You know, I did this and I did that and all those kind of things, but they will not answer what the actual thing they did, or what was their purpose of doing something or going something or meeting somebody. So they over elaborate, they keep on talking. Every question you ask them, they will keep on talking about different things and different points and other areas and their clothes or holidays or other thing, but try not to answer what has been asked. So you can see in their speech. Often there is stereotype thinking. When you meet them, or you know that this person will keep on talking about rubbish here and there, will not answer how they are. And even if you ask how you are, they will keep on talking. Oh yeah, I was fine yesterday, I've done this thing, but I don't know, it's a different feeling. So they're very vague and in their speech, and without any gross incoherence. Oh, that means it is spontaneous speech. Number 9 is the quasi-psychotic episodes. Quasi means uh, um, not real, or quasi means they're very short and they're not continuous as in psychotic disorders like schizophrenia, but they're very short, and not have the full flavor of all the psychotic episodes. They are short-lived for short periods and in milder forms. Psychotic, we know that that can be illusions and delusions, and episode as an incident, and that can last for a certain period of time. But in this one, quasi means short period. Occasional transient quasi-psychotic episodes with intense illusions. Do you remember the illusion? Illusion means there is real perception there, and you see that real perception as distorted. So this might look like a different shape, either in the size or color or other thing, or you might even think this could be like a rope is like that, and you might think this is not rope, this is some kind of snake or something. So these are illusions. And auditory and other hallucinations. That means hallucination means that there is no stimulus, no object, and you are still hearing or seeing something. and delusional-like ideas that you believe in them so convincingly, but they are not real, they are false ideas, usually occurring without external provocations. And so, out of 9 criteria, schizotypal disorders, in order to fulfill the criteria, they must fulfill at least 4 of these, and they have to be present mostly for at least 2 years, and they are more continuous or repeated episodes for longer periods, and you can describe that this is in fact their personality in a way. But although they are not included in personality disorder in ICD-10, but they are in DSM, and they should not fulfill the criteria of any other psychotic illnesses like schizophrenia or schizoaffective disorder or delusional disorders. So they shouldn't fulfill other criteria of the um, well, thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please press the like button below and share with your friends, and please also subscribe the channel. There are some more videos on the mental disorders to identify and be simply aware of them. Remember, these videos are designed for the purpose of awareness rather than diagnosing. These are not for diagnosis purposes. These are only for you to identify these symptoms and seek the professional advice and help. Thank you.